It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And up next is one of the league's best, Jalen Ramsey, who played his part to perfection last week with 3 interceptions. It's the Steelers and the Browns under the lights on Thursday night.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't...
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been...
He's got a man, complete! And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
First play, Watson to the air. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back?
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. Watson now to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or
take that kind of production.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 19 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the 29, Watson, slant route complete to Bell. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. Touchdown, Browns! 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And David Bell closed things out with a touchdown catch. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's another carry for Harris, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They hand this off to Harris, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all...
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. To throw is Watson. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Back to throw, Watson. He'll get this to Bell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Watson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd and inches, Watson looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. 53 yards rushing for them now to this point. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. On play action, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Slant to Adams. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On the ground, it's Harris, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Chubb running right. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Myles Garrett.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. They go play fake. Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run again with Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, it's Mahomes. He hits Adams complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Harris running straight ahead. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
The Steelers at 2-0 here to begin the season. Now off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
Mahomes now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Watson's throw hauled in by Bell. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And Chubb will try the middle here. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on 3rd down.
Throw complete to Bell.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Chubb on the counter. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. This caught out left by Bell. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And David Bell closed things out with a touchdown catch from the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Mahomes now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes going to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
The final shot before the break, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris.
77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He gets it complete to Harris.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 2nd down, this is Harris. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. A give to Harris. Oh, he shifts past him. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Justin Jefferson.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
119 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris.
They'll get this to about the 38.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run with Harris. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They run with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions
and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's go, y'all. They can't stop us. Let's go. Let's go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Cleveland offense making their way out. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Again, Watson to keep it.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down. To throw is Watson.
He'll get this to Bell.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a burst right there.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. Room here to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Watson now to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Browns have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They go play fake. Mahomes. It's brought in by Harris.
And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Now here's Mahomes.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On the give, this is Harris. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll toss to Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. another carry for Harris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down. They hand this off to Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? He hits Adams, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A gain of 22.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That swung out wide to Harris. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Najee Harris, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Watson off play action. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one goes for 36 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 2nd and 7, Watson, and a little floater there is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a throw here to his running back.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Watson on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson.
That one caught by Felton.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Again, it's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Chubb will get the call running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Mahomes' throw complete to Freiermuth.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down. Mahomes going to throw it here. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today.